Hello and welcome back to the channel Held Dominance. Anthony here. Please remember to like and subscribe, and also click that notification bell if you're enjoying what you're seeing and if you want to see more. Coming up, the results and scorers from the NRL's round 20 Sunday games, and the plight of Workington Town as issues mount up financially for the club. And we start off in the NRL as there was 2 games played on Sunday, and that first game was the Newcastle Knights versus the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs. The two teams sit on the same amount of competition points but find themselves on vastly different trajectories with 6 rounds remaining. Newcastle have lost 5 of their past 6 games and face the prospect of being without inspirational skipper Caleb Bonnier for an extended period after suffering another concussion in the loss to the Roosters. The Bulldogs are scoring tries and loving life, reviving the Entertainers brand with 140 points in the past 5 matches, which seen them knock off the Eels, Titans and the Tigers along the way. With Matt Burton and Josh Adokar leading the charge, the Bulldogs are well and truly on track to offload the wooden spoon they collected in 2021 and are building nicely for next season. And with that, the team news goes a little something like this. The Knights have a late change as Jake Clifford makes a return to the NRL, replacing Adam Clune at halfback. Edric Lee was removed from the squad on Saturday afternoon and replaced by Semi Sasagi, who will start in the centres with Enari Tuala shifting to the wing. Dominic Young is set to return from a back ribs injury on the other wing. Kurt Mann, who had an injury with his leg, was also cut from the squad when it was trimmed 24 hours before kickoff. Caleb Bonnier will miss the game due to concussion and is replaced by outgoing Tex Hoy at fullback, with Lachlan Fitzgibbon also out with a shoulder injury. Brodie Jones joins the pack and Matt Croker is the new man on the bench for the Knights. For the Bulldogs, Tavita Pangai Jr. starts in the second row for Corey Waddell, who was found guilty of a dangerous contact by the judiciary on Tuesday night and was hit with a massive 5-game ban. Jake Avarillo, who had COVID protocols to observe last time out, returns in the number 1 jersey, so Declan Casey goes to the reserves list. Rookie Harrison Edwards will make his NRL debut off the interchange bench. And it was a day at the Dogs for the Newcastle Knights as Canterbury won 24 points to 10. Jacob Kiraz scored on the 7th minute to open up the scoring, and he doubled up thanks to a Josh Adokar kick for one of the tries of the season on the 10th minute. Matt Burton converted and it was 10 points to 0. Enari Talau scored on the 28th minute for the Knights to give them some hope, but Aaron Shupp scored on the 33rd minute, which Matt Burton converted. Just before half-time, Matt Burton got a penalty more or less in front of sticks due to a dangerous tackle, giving the penalty. And at half-time, after Burton converted, it was 18 points to 4 in the Dogs' favour. The second half was quiet, to be honest, apart from Jacob Kiraz scoring his hat-trick try, with Matt Burton converting on the 46th minute, before Dominic Young scored on the 61st minute, which Jake Clifford added the extras to, for a final score of 24 points to 10. Before we go on to the second game, news came out this week around Workington Town and the issues surrounding the club that have caused them to ask their players to take a pay cut. In a statement that was issued on their own website back on July the 18th, the club's directors came out to say, there have been quite rightly been questions from supporters in relation to the current position and intention of the club for this season and into the future. It's been a very difficult season on the pitch, which has disappointed us all. Town Board wanted to issue an update, which will be the first of a number of statements to be released over the coming weeks to ensure that all stakeholders are kept up to date. Over recent weeks, there have been a lot of work undertaken at the club to reconcile our financial position in line with the near and long-term aspirations. The results on the pitch have, as will be understood, had an impact off the pitch. Due to the club's position in light of recruitment decisions coming into the 2022 season, declining attendances adversely affected by matchday revenue and overall cost increases, immediate work on the cost base has been carried out to ensure the financial health of the club. In order to avoid future difficulties to drive towards the fantastic new stadium build and sustainable business model, more action needs to be taken over the coming weeks. Further information will be released over time, but we want to ensure the fan base and everyone involved in the club that the board are committed to doing everything possible, however difficult, to ensure the long-term security of our fantastic club. We appreciate your patience and continued support. A tough statement to put out, I'm sure, from a board of directors that usually keep quiet when things are very, very positive and don't want to throw it in the face and want the success to be focused on the pitch rather than off it, which sees an upturn in fans coming in, money made, better quality, promotion, etc, etc. Things off the pitch usually translate to things on the pitch, which you see as well due to the adverse results that the Championship club have had. The directors were consistent in what they were doing. They wanted to keep everyone updated with what was going on, and another statement was issued on the 22nd of July. Following the statement on Monday the 18th of July 2022, the board would like to provide a further update to fans and stakeholders in relation to the immediate actions that have been taken to secure the financial stability of Workington Town Rugby League Football Club. On Tuesday the 19th of July 2022, the board met with players and coaching staff to discuss the current position and develop a way forward. As reported, results on the pitch have also had a significant impact on attendances and therefore the current business plan. Recruitment decisions and associated costs going into the season will not cost the club its future. There are many positives to work towards, namely a new stadium and the continued planned implementation of many new initiatives around the globe. The board is working through a plan that deals with the current issues and moves the club forward. Due to the majority of the current expenditure being player costs, the board proposed an optional contract reduction that would see still give the players adequate remuneration and incentive, but significantly contribute towards securing the club's financial status. Overall, the response from the vast majority of players and all of the coaching staff has been incredible, and the board hugely appreciates this. As a result of the requests made of the players earlier this week, there will be some changes made to the squad with immediate effect. Further details will be announced over the coming days. To reiterate, the club is in a fragile position, but with the support of staff, volunteers, fans and local business community, the board are confident of being able to turn the position of the club around and refocus on sustainable business model for the future. Further updates will follow. Up the town. As a result of all this, the Derwent Park Supporters Club set up a Just Giving page, which you can find on their account, Derwent at Derwent Park SC. Remember to use the case sensitive nature of the tweet. But anyway, we would really appreciate if we would really appreciate it if everybody could share our Just Giving page. We are raising funds to help secure the future of Workington Town, and a link is on the Twitter page for you to follow. There is also some feedback from the players as well, which is positive. As Workington halfback Jamie Doran put it, we are helping this club by taking a 33% pay cut as well as this for the club we love. Thank you everyone for sharing this and putting your money in this club, guys. Thank you from all the players and staff at Workington Town. As a result, there has been some playing changes at the club, as another statement came out from Workington on the 23rd of July about those changes, which also confirmed what Doran said. Following the board's request to reduce contracts for the remainder of the season, we'd like to thank all of the players who agreed. The club is enormously grateful and humble for the way in which the vast majority of our squad have acted in a very difficult situation. To update, Connor Davis joined Dewsbury Rams and Kieran Walker has taken the difficult decision to leave the club. Thank you to those players for their time at Derwent Park. I'm gonna be honest, I saw this Just Giving page and I was going to comment on this and get a link and everything like that, but I found another Just Giving page from 2 years ago that was to help Workington again, and they're both at the same type of level, £6,700 of their £10,000 target on both of those Just Giving pages. Granted, I know the first one that I found from 2020 was for the COVID pandemic side, but it does show the precarious position that these clubs further down the rugby league ladder are in. One little slip up, one bad season could see a club go out of existence or completely run as a shell of a club. People are going to lose jobs, players are going to leave. It's the part and parcel of rugby league. Don't know if they're going to go down. It looks like that they might, as they're bottom of the table. And they have the Big Bash this week. Hopefully there's some sort of incentive at the Big Bash on Sunday when they play their game, so that funds can be raised. Fans can put their hands in the pockets if they want to help a club like Workington survive at least this season. The future plans are in place with the new stadium, working with the football club in the town, but that can't come too soon enough for the club with the precarious position that they're in. And we now come to the second game in the NRL as the St George Illawarra Dragons face North Queensland Cowboys. The Dragons remain in the mix for the top 8 after a good win over Manly, but they face a stern test of their credentials against the Cowboys side on Sunday that are high on confidence and high in the table. When the two sides met in round 14, it was the Cowboys who ran away with the game, 31 points to 12 in Townsville, and Todd Payton's men have gone on with the job since then to sit alone in the second spot position. Should the Cowboys go on to secure an all-important top 4 spot, they will look back on the round 15 miracle comeback against Manly and the round 19 great escape against the Tigers as pivotal moments in their season. The Dragons face a grueling run home with games against the Cowboys, Sharks and Broncos to come, but they have given themselves a fighting chance to be part of the September action. As for the team news, the Dragons make no late changes to their starting side. Moses Mbaye takes the number 1 jersey with Cody Ramsey out. Jack Bird moves into the centre's position with Tariq Sims coming into the side at lock. Aaron Woods joins on the bench in his return, with Jaden Sullivan sidelined with a shoulder injury. It means that Tyrell Sloan gets a recall on the bench for the first game since round 10 in the Red V. For the Cowboys, Jermaine Sanoa Brown will start with Luciano Leilua going back to the bench. Ruben Cotter will make his return via the bench after a layoff with hamstring injury, which also means that Jake Granville moves back to the 18th man position. And it's the Cowboys that continue to march on with a 34 points to 8 victory over the Dragons. Cal Phelps got the ball rolling as he scored the first of 6 tries scored by the Cowboys on the 15th minute. Scott Drinkwater then added a second, which Valentine Holmes converted for 10-0, which was turned to 10 points to 8 after Jack DeBelling scored and a Jack Lomax penalty, as well as a conversion, giving it to 10 points to 8 at half time. Griffin Neem scored on the 55th minute, then Jeremiah Nane on the 66th, with Josh Drinkwater getting his second on the 70th, and Nane getting his second on the 74th. Valentine Holmes ended the day with 5 conversions from his 6 attempts, and the Cowboys now are 2 points closer to Penrith after their loss against Parramatta. We're in the final straight of the NRL season, and this is how the teams look, starting with the top 8 in the, well, they call it the NRL ladder. The Panthers are top of the tree with 36 points, but that lead was cut due to their defeat against the Parramatta Eels. The Cowboys come second after their victory just recently, which means that they're still 2 points ahead of the Cronulla Sharks, who got level on points after their win against the Rabbitohs. Melbourne Storm's victory keeps them on 26 points, but they're now on 26 points, joining the Broncos and the Eels on that points total for 4th place. The Rabbitohs are only 2 points behind though, as they're in 7th, with the Roosters on 22 points in 8th place. For the second half of the table, the bottom half, the Raiders are on 22 points and have a good fighting chance of making the top 8 when the season comes to the end. The Manly Sea Eagles defeat, despite being depleted due to the boycotts of players, sees them still at level on points with the Dragons. But there's a 6-point gap now towards the Bulldogs, who have pulled 2 clear of the Warriors and the Knights, who they beat comprehensively. West Tigers' win sees them off the foot of the table, but now they're replaced by the West Tigers. And that's it for another episode, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe and share this video worldwide, as well as clicking that notification bell for any updates on new videos that may be coming your way. Tell me what your thoughts are of this episode. The comment section is open. The Cowboys winning, fantastic result. They're going to be very, very difficult when to play against when the playoffs come about, as they're gaining that momentum, they're gaining that confidence, and they're going forward. The other game, just give us a sec. The Bulldogs beating the Knights comprehensively. Are they going to make a late charge for that top 8 position? Already too far behind. Bulldogs are doing quite well. But Workington Town, if you're able to give, please do. Rugby League needs its family to come together to help a club. Hopefully things will get better this time around, but 2 years after the last one, don't know. Good luck to them, that's all I can say at this point, as they are part of the Rugby League family. Remember, just follow Derwent at Derwent Park SC, Sierra Charlie, and follow their feed for their Just Giving page. But in the meantime, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to share this video worldwide, and I wish you all the best in the meantime, so please stay safe, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye for now.